Great to have you with us here for Extra Time. Craig, Ale, Seb. We've also got Ian Darke with us. And Ian, I'm going to start with you on the first question. It comes from Ben on Twitter. He wants to know, who's the best of the rest in the Premier League? So let's take the top 6 out. Who's the best of everybody else?
I'm going to say Bournemouth at the moment. They've got double the number of points they had at this stage last year, and it always baffles me why Eddie Howe is not in the running when the big jobs come up. What a job he has done at Bournemouth with a lot of players who were lower division players until he got hold of them and converted them into players who could play in the Premier League.
Yes, I mean, I'm not saying he's going to be Man United manager or whoever. But
Bigger than Bournemouth.
you said that.
Oh, is he ready for something bigger
Because
than Bournemouth?
we have lots of people probably are going to be watching this in the Bournemouth area.
Sorry.
Of South England. Well, I think eventually he'll. I mean, he has flown in this before. He went to Burnley
And came right back, right?
and came back. He was. I don't know if he wanted to get back to the South Coast for family reasons or whatever. I think it may have been something like that. So he's been out before. I think it's probably only a matter of time before he goes again. I just don't know where.
They're quite entertaining. I mean, they're not just getting results. They're quite fun to watch.
Look, I have a difficult time with this team because, in general, I just have a difficult time saying Bournemouth.
Yeah.
It's just a handful for me. They did not teach me this in ESL class. It's English as a second language. It is difficult for me to say it.
How does Bournemouth sound in a Venezuelan accent?
Well, I don't know, but I tried Bournemouth and it just doesn't come out quite well.
There's lots of old people in Bournemouth, you know.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
Not so much these days, Craig. No,
Well,
it's
they're
a
all dead.
student town now. It's a great place, Bournemouth.
Up the cherries. Come on. Ian, how
Well,
about
it was.
this?
I'm being serious. It
Was it like a retirement area?
Yes.
It was.
It was a big retirement area.
Are you saying that's where Ian lives?
He's thinking about it.
What are you trying to say, Ali?
I'm sorry.
What? I'm sorry. Did I say that out loud?
The term is active adult community.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah, all right. How about
Well, listen, Ian, you know, a place down there would suit him. I mean, you know, get a bit of help down there because you're talking about a man who, when he came over to Bristol to do a game here, one of the times he went into the commentary booth and came out over an hour and a half later and had left his car running.
Yep. Yep.
No.
I think that's when I needed some help from Age Concern. You're right.
He left the car running.
He's not lying, by the way.
That's brilliant. All right, Ian, what do you think about this?
keep it
How
on.
long does Rafa Benitez remain at Newcastle?
Ooh, who knows really? Because that's another club that's been a bit of a train wreck, really. So I don't know. But I would have thought his patience will run out unless Mike Ashley comes up with more money soon.
Crazy how the Klopp-Pep game gave us 0 goals and the Mourinho-Rafa game gave us 5. Yeah. How about this? I'll come to you on this one, Craig. If you were Zidane, would you choose a Zinedine, would you choose a coaching role at Manchester United or Bayern Munich or a director role at Juventus?
Would I choose a coaching role at either United or Bayern, or the director role at Juventus? Depends. Well, he's got a big affiliation with Juventus, but I would say probably Bayern.
Bayern better than Manchester United?
Well, he's going to dig himself into one huge hole at Man United. So if he wants to dig in for the long term and try and rebuild the team and go up against 2 better teams, then take United. But if he wants a good club with good players that he could maybe work a bit easier, then probably Bayern.
I would take the director role at Juventus.
You just don't want to be a coach.
Well, no, you're jumping into 2 situations that are complicated. Manchester United we already know about, but Bayern Munich, he would have to handle the transition of these players that are getting older, and there doesn't seem to be young talent coming through for Bayern Munich. And so, given that those are my options, I would say, how about I just take the director role and I sit in this office and I say, you come, you go, we're all fine, and we're going to win, by the way, and we're going to keep on winning.
Ian, who should win the FIFA Ballon d'Or? Amit wants to know. And is there anyone missing from the top 30 list?
Oh, well, I haven't looked through all those.
Yeah, don't worry
names.
about the list.
Do we
Just
need 30 on the list? I mean, I'd go along with Luka Modric.
You guys okay with that choice?
I haven't really thought about it, to be honest. I saw it. Did it drop today?
Yes.
I know people are going to now tweet us or me or whatever and say, probably tweet Ian actually, and say, oh, you guys, it's your job, you should. No, it's not, I don't care. To be honest with you, I don't know who's on the 30, I don't care who's on the 30.
Forget the 30. You don't mind Luka Modric as the Ballon d'Or winner, do you? Safe pick. Have you thought about it, Ale?
No, but I don't mind him. I can answer that question. Yeah. I don't mind him as the pick. I'm all right.
I think people sit waiting on that Ballon d'Or list dropping.
There's somebody.
Go through it with a fine tooth comb.
Well, there's 30 names that go into this list.
Yeah.
That's a lot. I mean, there can't possibly be 30 guys worthy of that honor.
I mean, you should. I mean, at most, even if you had 10 names, that's still a lot.
Stretching.
Yeah. That's still stretching.
Honestly, there's like, how many candidates are there really? Like 3 or 4?
Yeah, we just try to please everybody here.
Yeah. All right, last question. Last question. Who's more likely to get the sack, Lopetegui or Niko Kovac? Ale, start with you.
Lopetegui. And the reason being is that Real Madrid doesn't wait for anybody. And Julen Lopetegui, by the way, let's not forget that he got off the plane for the World Cup and said, you know what, guys, this was great. I'm going to go Real Madrid because that's my dream job, right? And now things are not going so well. And so, yes, I think the leash is shorter at Real Madrid than it is at just about any other club in the world.
Craig, you agree?
Yeah. I don't know if he wanted to sell Ronaldo or not. I don't know what the mechanics were, but...
Well, it sounds like Ronaldo wanted to go.
Yeah, so he gets dumped from the Spain job, as Ali said, because he says, I'm off anyway, lads, so I'm just going to be here for a couple of weeks, see how we're doing, and I'm off. Then Ronaldo leaves. There's a big stir with that. Now he can't win a game or score a goal. Not going very well for him, is it?
400 plus minutes.
The good news is Florentino Perez is one of the most patient.
Yes, yeah. Ian, what do you make of the question there, Lopetegui or Kovac?
Well, I think the guys have got that right. I mean, Real Madrid are hardly known for their patience. They don't tolerate failure for long. So I think Lopetegui's in some difficulty.
You know, I saw them pre-season when they were over here in the US. I know it's pre-season. And so not everybody's up to speed, but they look really, particularly the front guys, Bale and Benzema, and I know Isco's been out for a bit, Asensio, they all look really sharp. And I thought Benzema looked as if he'd lost a bit of weight, and he was working hard and running the channels, and I'm actually surprised it's been as difficult as it has been, which is maybe something Florentino Perez is thinking as well. So he might be thinking, what she probably is, well, these guys are still pretty good. Maybe I'm just going to have to look at the manager and say, well, I've made a mess of this. This guy can't handle it. I don't know. Anyway, your team won yesterday. When I left, you were despair. When I came in here yesterday and then I left to go home for Sunday dinner, you were despair because DC were losing.
We're losing to Chicago.
In fact, there was a big bang on the desk.
Yeah,
Was that after they took away Rooney's first goal on VAR?
I don't know. I just heard
it was after the Chicago goal.
I just heard the desk getting slammed, and I thought, he's an angry man. I'm going to have to go home now.
Oh, yeah, so intimidating.
And then he was in despair because Wayne Rooney scored.
Oh, you're lying. You were I was celebrating the Rooney goal.
So he scored 2 goals, right? And you're like, you think that he would be happy, but he's so conflicted. He's so conflicted about this. It's like, can I support DC United and hate Wayne Rooney at the same time?
No, I love Wayne Rooney.
Do you know when Wayne Rooney was scoring all these goals in his career, was you aware, or was you watching some game with Cruz Azul and
Yep, I was probably watching Cruz Azul, Rayados, maybe some Club America. You know,
so had you heard of Wayne Rooney when he came here?
You know, he played for Manchester United, yeah?
Yeah, well,
but
might not be the only one.
No, but it's...
But you said that he doesn't.
Why were you against
He doesn't
him?
relate. Okay, he doesn't relate to the demographic of DC. Wait a minute. Did you not say that? Am I making that up?
I did say
that he doesn't relate to the demographic.
I think I said for me as a DC United fan, he did not particularly excite me. Yeah.
Okay. So
a guy scores goals.
Yeah.
So every time
Is
he
there
scores,
a clause in the contract about you have to relate to the demographic?
Apparently there needs to be.
well, he's okay scoring goals away from home, but when he scores goals at home, it has to be chalked back off because it doesn't suit the demographic.
Yeah.
There's so much nuance to this discussion, which is just lost in extra time. I would simply ask...
It's not. It's pretty black and white. You didn't want Wayne Rooney because it didn't fit the demographic in DC, i.e. putting the ball in the back. Oh, by the way, they couldn't win a game before Wayne Rooney
They were dead. They were dead. Left for dead. And now, in prime position to make the playoffs.
What do you want from me?
Well, you know,
An
just
apology.
yeah, a public
All
apology.
right, camera 4.
Yeah.
Wayne Edward Rooney, I'm sorry.
Oh, what?
I was.
Oh,
You gotta mean it though.
I tell you what.
What do you mean? That
Oh, you've just embarrassed yourself now, apologising.
I'll ask you the question, Craig.
Yeah.
You know, how many times have they sold out a game while Wayne Rooney?
Here we go. So hey,
He's excited the fans so much. You know, I was so wrong about him exciting the fans. How many sellouts have there been?
I thought there was an
official
apology there.
apology in front of the White House is required, I think.
Okay,
In
all right.
front of the White House.
I live a couple blocks from there.
To be honest,
I'll head right down there and I'll do a full mea culpa. I'll buy a Wayne Rooney DC United shirt.
Oh, you haven't yet?
You're asking me how many. You're asking me. I keep leaning forward and I get my big nose in the shot.
Oh, that's
It's not difficult.
yeah.
Paul Mariner
Sorry,
over there, what?
Robert, your camera. And you're asking me how many times an MLS game's been sold out. Have you not read the script yet?
I'm just I can fill the answer in for you. No, none.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
Right.
All right. Well, that'll do it for extra
Everyone
time.
makes mistakes.
Everyone. Yeah. No one's perfect. No one's perfect.
Yeah, not Wayne Rooney apparently.
I think that was. Yeah.
That'd be a good interview.
It would be a good interview. We should set that up.
Yeah.
Go down there and
And
met
grovel.
his agent
And
last
grovel.
week.
Grovel, apologize.
Apparently, they heard about our little segment that we did here.
And they denied you the interview?
It made its way back. No, his agent was.
They respectfully declined?
No. I don't think Rooney didn't want to do the. I think there's some other people that maybe didn't want me to do the interview. But that's a story for another time and another day. I'm going to get myself in trouble. We will be back tomorrow. Surely I'll be eating.
You will?
Wayne Rooney crow pie. Don't miss a single episode. I hate this job.